Hello everyone and welcome to Tathastu ICS. My name is Trija Garg and I am your economy faculty. अब बजट चल रहा है तो थोड़ा सा बजट के बारे में जानते हैं कि व्हाट इज बजट, क्यों आता है, कैसे डिवाइडेड है. लेट अस टॉक अबाउट दैट. So you must know about this that budget is not mentioned anywhere in the constitution. एक आता है हमारा आर्टिकल 112. We have article 112. In that article basically you will see that there is a term known as annual financial statement. तो एनुअल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स जो है उसका पार्ट हमारा बजट होता है. एनुअल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. बजट इज नॉट मेंशन्ड एनीवेयर इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, द वर्ड बजट. एंड एनुअल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में ही हमारा बजट है. नाउ बजट इज एक्चुअली ऑफ टू टाइप्स. ओके, वी हैव रेवेन्यू बजट and we have, we can say, capital budget. Okay, revenue budget and we have capital budget. Now what is the difference between the two? The difference is, you know that as a government of India or any country, you need a budget for your short term needs and for your long term needs. अब short term needs का मतलब होता है something that is related to this year only, for the current year. That could have recurring, some recurring expenditure, some recurring receipts जो आपको मिलती जा रही है अभी operations को चलाने के लिए. Okay, that is your revenue budget. But when we talk about the capital budget, basically capital budget is something which is for the long term needs, which affects, basically which impacts the consequent years as well. So budget, when I talk about budget, it actually impacts the consequent years as well. Okay, so we have revenue budget and capital budget. So in revenue budget, if I say revenue budget is for the current year, it only impacts the current financial year. Okay, whereas the capital budget, it impacts the consequent years as well. So we have revenue budget and capital budget. Now you know that something you get, something as a government, what am I earning? I'm earning some amount of money, that is known as receipts. So in revenue budget we have receipts, something that you are earning on a regular basis. Okay, and in capital budget again you have receipts. Okay, similarly using these receipts you will do some expenditure for the welfare of the people, because that is your aim, that is your objective for the people. So similarly you have receipts here and similarly you have expenditure here, receipts and expenditure. Now let us talk about the revenue budget first. Okay, now you know that as a government the majority of receipts you get is from taxes, that is tax receipts. Okay, it could be direct tax, indirect tax. Okay, for example GST, income tax, corporate tax. And then you have non-tax receipts. For example, you are getting some interest payments. You gave a loan to somebody, let's say you gave a loan to another country, or you gave a loan to somebody else, and in return you are getting interest payments on it, you are getting dividends as a government. For example, you invested your money somewhere and in return you are getting dividends on a regular basis, that comes under your non-tax receipts. So that is the money that you are getting, right? Something that you need to understand here is, as in receipts basically, no liability is being created and no assets are being reduced. No liability created, no assets reduced. Okay, so if you see taxes mein, that is not your liability, because government, nobody can claim on the government ki mere taxes wapas do, hai na? So no liability is getting created here, and even the assets are not being reduced. If I say financial assets, okay, तो financial assets में अब government के भी बहुत सारे ऐसे financial assets होते हैं जिसमें उन्होंने invest किया हुआ है. अगर मैं उस investment को हटा दूँ, for example मैं government के shares किसी और को दे दूँ, so my financial assets will start to decrease, right? Because अब उसमें से कोई पैसा नहीं आएगा आपके पास. So that will come under your capital budget, that is capital receipts. So similarly here we have two types of capital receipts. Okay, one is debt creating, which includes all the borrowing that the government is doing for the economy, and one is non-debt creating. Okay, so Debt creating is borrowing basically, okay, कि आपने पैसा borrow किया है from the foreign government, from the RBI or from the public. And then we have non-debt creating here, non-debt creating, not creating नहीं, non-debt creating. Okay, non-debt creating का example क्या हुआ? You know that the government owns some PSUs, that is public sector undertakings or enterprises. अब उसमें से अगर government decided to sell their shares, which is known as disinvestment, they started to disinvestment. तो अब क्या होगा? अगर वो disinvest start कर देंगे, their financial assets will reduce. So in capital budget, if specifically I talk about the receipts, your financial assets or physical assets, they will get reduced and liability will be created. Okay. Because if you borrow something, you will have to pay it back, so becomes your liability for that creating receipts. Okay, so these are the two type of receipts, revenue receipts and capital receipts. Now we have basically expenditure. So when I talk about expenditure, we have planned expenditure and we have non-planned expenditure. Planned expenditure which are basically, they are associated with the planning. You remember 5-year plans? So that would associated with the planning since 2017-18, because you know that the planning, we stopped with the 5-year plans and we switched to Niti Aayog. So in the budget also we have stopped to classify plan and non-plan. Now there is only simple revenue and capital budget, but you must know about it. So we have plan expenditure in which was basically related to the planned things. Okay, for example, there's a new services that has started. Okay, new infrastructure. Let's say healthcare education started. That was part of one of the 5-year plans. In that, obviously, there will be salaries that will be given to the people. That becomes your plan because that was part of the plan. But there are certain things which are mandatory, which the government has to actually give and spend money on. For example, there's salaries, pensions, etc. So comes under your non-plan receipts. Similarly, we have for expenditure also, we have plan expenditure and we have non-plan expenditure. Okay. Now, if I say plan expenditure, again this is related to the planning of the plans. Okay, the 5-year plans, for example, the government decided to spend money on healthcare infrastructure. So that is for long term. So again comes under your capital expenditure. So it will be planned expenditure. But if the doctors are given the salaries, it will come under the planned receipts. Okay, planned revenue expenditure. Okay, now if for example for the maintenance of the hospital, a new ambulance is bought by the government, again a fixed asset, comes under your non-planned budget. Okay, now if the salaries of the earlier planned, already established hospital, we have to pay the salaries, comes under non-planned receipts, revenue expenditure. So this is what is the difference between revenue budget and capital budget. In revenue budget, we talk about two things, receipts and expenditure. Receipts has basically tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Expenditure has plan and non-plan expenditure. In receipts, no liability is created, no assets are being reduced. Similarly, I can say for expenditure as well, here, no assets are created. Okay, no assets are being created because salaries, interest payments, etc. and no liability reduced. For example, I spend money on paying back the whole amount of my borrowing to the person I got or the entity I got the loan from. If I pay it back, it will come under your capital expenditure. So no liability reduced. In this, asset will be created. In capital expenditure, asset will be created, be it physical asset or financial asset, okay, and liability will be reduced. So if I pay back the money properly, the whole amount, the lump sum amount, then it will come under my basically my non-planned expenditure. Okay, and when I say about liability reduced here, we also talked about interest payment because those are regular and recurring. So that is why that comes under expenditure and non-planned expenditure, that is interest payments. Okay, so I hope now this is clear. Revenue budget, capital budget. These two parts are actually included in your budget, the union budget. Also something that you must know that I will be analyzing the whole budget, all the priority areas, the theme, the focus area, everything, and it will be a series of 10 videos apart from this video. Okay, so that will be released every day. So keep on watching Tathastu ICS. Thank you so much and have a nice day.